I'm a little perturbed because I wanted to wear my other choker necklace, but I can't find it. I will find it though. I just couldn't find it before I began this video. And I'm usually pretty good at things like that, yo. I don't misplace things very often, but in the rare occasion where things are misplaced, I usually go right to it. Like my spidey senses just take me directly to it in a matter of minutes, but I don't know where it is. I do know that I took out my trash yesterday, so I hope it's not misplaced in my trash can. I wanted to wear it today for this video. So I'm going to show you guys this spiritual bath kit that I purchased yesterday from this shaman that I met across from the Marcellus Theater in Harlem on Malcolm X Boulevard. I'm happy that I stopped there to exchange with her some energy. I'm really happy that I did. Yesterday I was out in Harlem and it was hot as hell yesterday, though. It was hot. I was overdressed. I don't think you guys got a chance to see what I was wearing yesterday, but oh my gosh. I was overdressed. I was wearing like this coffee material sackcloth dress. Very thick. Really made for the fall and the winter. But I was wearing that yesterday. It was pink, long, and flowing. I had on an undershirt underneath it because the actual dress was sleeveless. Oh my gosh, like why did I do that to myself? And I had on some knee-high socks, but today, you guys see what I'm wearing. I'm dressed a lot more comfortably. And I'm happy that I went out to see this movie. It was actually a 2-part documentary series that I saw related to Thomas Sankara, the revolutionary from Burkina Faso in Africa. So I saw those documentaries yesterday, and then following the documentary, I stepped outside and I saw where they had, this lady had this bus, right? It's a mobile, like a healing van. So I went to go check out, see what she had, and I'm gonna show you guys. Like I was really mesmerized by her energy and just the things that I saw that she had. And after I left her van, I actually went to another storefront that was nearby, and I purchased this fan. Ooh. Yo, it actually works too. Okay. I have somebody to fan me. And one man on the right side, another man on my left side. Yes, honey, yes, yes, yes. So I got this fan. I actually got me some more incense, and I'm gonna show you guys the spiritual bath kit. After I show you guys the spiritual bath kit, I'm gonna show you guys 3 more paintings that I did yesterday, which I decided I'm gonna go ahead and hang up in my bathroom. And I was trying to count to see how many paintings I have total, you guys. And I have so many paintings. The counting is not that simple as like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like counting in a row. It's like they're hung up, first of all, and they're hung up in like a variety of different places throughout my space here. In my living room, in my kitchen, in my bedroom, in my bathroom, in my foyer, my hallway, like everywhere above my bar section. Like I have so many paintings, so it's just like trying to count. It's just like playing like a puzzle, putting all these pieces together. So I would vacillate between like 89 to like 93 paintings total. I don't know. One time I count it's like 89, other time I count it's like 93. So I honestly do not know exactly how many paintings that I have, but I know that it's high in number. I started painting back in, let's set this guy. I love this fan. It's my very first African fan. I'm gonna set this guy down here. But I started painting during the peak of the pandemic. It was October 2020, after I had first moved back to New York. And it was just my way of releasing, my way of de-stressing. I had started my pre-doc internship in that September. So yeah, it was just a way of me kind of redirecting my energy into something more productive, more positive, given that I was stressed. But it was a good kind of stress, right? It was working with clients, doing psychotherapy and psych evaluations. So I found a way to just like capitalize on that energy, and I just took it to painting. And when I put my paintbrush down to my canvas for the first time, I fell in love. I was like, why did I wait so long to begin painting? I felt like I should have been started this. So I fell in love with it, and since then I just continue. And I wanted to show you guys, I wanted to get in that painting right there. You guys see those? I love those. But I have paintings everywhere, as you guys can see. And if you actually had a chance to come into my apartment where I live here in Upper East Side and be able to just take in everything, I'm sure you would be amazed, because it's so much color, like all over the place. It's not one place you turn that there's no color. So I think I did that kind of subconsciously, but also intentionally, after having a conversation with a good friend of mine who lives in the Bronx. He's from Gambia, and we're really good friends. So when I was living in LA, like anytime I would come visit New York, like he would give me the keys to his place and just welcome me with open arms and say, here you go, like you have a place here anytime you're visiting New York. So he was the first person that I invited to my place when I got my keys here in Upper East Side. And he came in, he was like, yeah, this is nice. And he was like, it's like the White House. I'm like, what do you mean? He was like, it's a lot of white. And I was like, what? I was like, do not do me like that. Yeah, don't do me like that. I think I only had one piece of artwork, and that's the artwork that I'm looking at now, which you guys usually see when I'm facing the other direction, doing videos with the women standing in the background of me on this canvas, and they're like dancing and they're holding like baskets on their heads. So I think that was the only piece of artwork that I had hanging up. So I was just looking, it was like, it's the I'm like, nah, I gotta do something about that. So I think subconsciously that's kind of like also what reinforced me to take to painting too. So I did get some more incense from the same place that I got this fan from. I'm going to burn a few of these for this video. This is like one of my favorite, Nag Champa. And this I have not tried yet, but I think it is rose scented. But I have tried the brand Sataya. I think I'm pronouncing it right. It's from India. I'm feeling really good right now, despite my missing choker. I think it's gonna resurface somewhere. Who knows? Like when I move out into my house, my new home, my brownstone, my infamous brownstone in Brooklyn that I'm going to purchase one day. Probably then it'll resurface. It'll rear its head and say, "Hi, here I am. I'm not lost." It might come up soon. I'm sure it will. If not, I'll just go buy another one. I've been kind of like trying to avoid the African market, the Malcolm Shabazz African market on 116th Street. Though I was like over there in that area yesterday, but I didn't go inside because like I'm like, yo, if I go inside, I usually spend anywhere between $100 to like $300 some at that African market. Yo, I'm not even playing, yo. Like no cap at all. It's hard because they have so much there. They have so many things to choose from. It's very colorful. They have so many different vendors. So, yeah. I can go in there for one thing. I can go there today and decide, okay, I'm just going to replace my choker. And then somehow end up buying like 5 or 6 other things. Spending 10 times more than what I wanted to. So, we'll see. We'll see how the universe guides me here. But that is freaking weird. Like, I know I was wearing the choker. It's the same choker that I was wearing when I did the nude yoga on Friday. I was wearing the choker when I started doing the yoga, but then it was getting in the way, so I pulled it off while I was doing the nude yoga for you guys. And then I actually, it smells so good. Then I actually, towards the end of the video, when I came back on camera, because you guys know when I was doing the nude yoga, I had to black out my screen. But when I came back on camera, I actually put the choker back on. So that's the last time I remember. And I'm like, okay, I know yesterday I got up and I was painting. But was I wearing my choker when I was painting? I don't know. That is a mystery. It's like, where is it? Where's my freaking choker? This cranberry juice tastes so good. I think it's supposed to get up in the 90s today here in New York, which is a good thing. If I want to go out and get some sun. Given yesterday I was wearing like, yo, why did I put on a long sleeve undershirt under my dress? I was doing way too much, but now I'm about to go out and get me some sunlight, hopefully. I did see that they said it was supposed to rain today. So, I hope not. So, alright, I got a few things here. She gave me like a lot of educational materials to go along with what I purchased. So I am actually going to read the instructions for the spiritual bath that she gave me. This is a kit, by the way. This is her contact information. Love and light, crystals, herbs, and holistic products to support your health, shamanic healing, mobile bus. So she said I said, how long did you have this? Because she let me come inside, so she has like a setup outside the bus, and then you can go inside through her little chakra curtain. And when I went inside, like she has so much like inside too, and I was just like, yo, how long did it take you to build this? And she said that she started it back in August, so not that long, like 6 months. I was like, girl, stop your line. Like that, all that stuff that she has it set up. So it's good that she got it off the ground. Wednesday and Thursday, 11:30, 6th, Friday and Saturday. But she said she's always in that location across from the Malays documentary center, where I was at yesterday watching those 2 documentaries on Thomas Shakara. Meet your certified holistic practitioner and herbalist. Dorn C. Matthews, MSW. Oh, she's MSW. Okay, girl. Okay, I knew she had some intellect there when I was interacting with her. Dorn is certified as a crystal healing practitioner and practicing herbalist, and has been certified in the following modalities such as transformational holistic life coach, herbalism practitioner, shamanism practitioner, chakra energy healing trainer, meditation certified, aromatherapy certified. Okay, girl. Okay. I do gotta follow her. She gave me her flyer here, and I gotta follow her on IG. Healing Shamanic. All right, so let's get into the spiritual bath. Now she gave me a few other ones too. Let's see what I have here. So she gave me like the 14 other types of sages that Shamanic Healing recommends. It's a whole list here. White sage, I actually tried that. It's for cleansing, purification, excellent for meditation. All of these are like for meditation and for cleansing. Desert sage, black sage, herba santa, blue sage, Pinon pine sage, rosemary sage, eucalyptus, cedar, sweet grass, and white sage, mugwort, juniper, lavender. Dragon blood and spirituality. The three main schools of magic that dragons' blood falls under are protection, banishing, and healing. Oh. It is also commonly believed that adding dragon's blood to most other blends of herbs will increase the potency of the original blend, making it a very flexible and powerful addition. For example, when cleansing a space of negative energy, blending sage and dragon's blood incense will be more powerful than sage alone. I think the dragon's blood sage is the red one, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, as it says, what is dragon's blood? What is dragon's blood? Okay, I guess it's... Alright, is a red substance resin that is removed from the fruit of a tree called... Oh, that's how they get the color. I thought that was just dye. But it actually comes naturally from a tree called Daemonoropes Draco. Daemonoropes. Okay. Dragon's blood has been used for its antiviral and wound healing effects. Taspin, a component of dragon's blood, has been documented to have anti-inflammatory and wound healing actions. Okay. Interesting. For example, when cleansing a space of negative energy, blending sage and dragon's blood incense will be more powerful than sage alone. Dragon's blood is strongly associated with fire, which means that in elemental rituals, it can be very powerful. If you are performing a ritual that requires a physical manifestation of fire, but fire is not allowed or available in the space, dragon's blood in solid form can be substituted. In this way, dragon's blood acts as fire made solid for the purpose of the ritual. I love this. Dragon's blood can also be refined into an essential oil, which is useful for magic involving stones and crystals. Oil covering a lodestone becomes a powerful money attractor. For example, by using rose quartz instead and adding some cinnamon, the oil becomes love oil instead. Where did they get this from? Where did they learn this at, y'all? Hematite or onyx, along with sage and dragon's blood oil, is a flame-free alternative to burning sage to drive off negative energy when used to ward doors and windows. Plain dragon's blood oil can also be used on your wrists or the wicks of candles to enhance power generally. Now, I know as I'm reading this, some of y'all might be like, this is not real. This is just in a person's head. But, yo, this stuff is real. Spirituality is real. The things that you cannot see, the metaphysical things in nature are very much real. And I've felt it. I've experienced it. I've witnessed it, yo. There are spaces that are very spiritual that nothing unclean can enter. There are spaces that when you enter it, your energy will shift based on the energy field that has been set in that space before you enter. I remember dating this guy. I was very young. I'm trying to remember. Was I in college? I don't remember. Maybe high school. But I know I was very young. And his parents were very wealthy. This was in Jacksonville, Florida. I do know this much. This is in Jacksonville, Florida. His parents were very wealthy. And he invited me to his home. His parents' home. He was still living with his parents. So maybe this was high school still. And when I say, yo, I stepped into his, like, he was very religious. I have to say that, like, goes without saying. He was very spiritual, very religious. I stepped into his place and I felt a shift in my energy, yo. It was just like, not that I was wowed by the money, right? Like, you know, you see, you smell money, it's like, okay. Not even that, because I've been around money my entire life, but it was just the energy of the space, the cleanliness of it. Like, you could tell, like, it was good energy in that space, and it was almost overpowering me. I was like, I don't think I belong here. Like, I don't think I belong here, yo. My spirit can't handle this. I'm a balance of good and evil, shall I say. So, like, the evil part of myself can handle this pure energy field here. It was so overpowering. I was like, wow. But I also recognize this when I'm interacting with people too. And, like, I don't really have to say anything. It's just like them being in my space, like, their energy shifts, like, almost to the extent where it's like, I've said this before, like, even when I go on dates, people are like, these men are afraid, like, they're like uncomfortable, like, in their skin. It's just, it's an energy thing. Oil covering a lodestone becomes a powerful money attractor. For example, by using rose quartz instead and adding some cinnamon, the oil becomes love oil instead. Hematite or onyx, along with sage and dragon's blood oil, is a flame-free alternative to burning sage to drive off negative energy when used to ward doors and windows. Plain dragon's blood oil can also be used on your wrist or the wicks of candles to enhance power generally. So I think I'm gonna try this. It's interesting. Like, you see these things like in stores and maybe even purchase it, but you never really know. Like, I know sage obviously has like cleansing effects, but I didn't know that the red one. I'm trying to remember. Have I ever? I don't think I ever purchased red sage, but it's like, it's dragon's blood. Like, oh, dragon's blood oil is a powerfully symbiotic substance that can be used to enhance almost any spiritual ritual. By adding dragon's blood either as an incense in lump form or an oil to an existing blend, the potency of all ingredients is increased. This makes it a very generally useful compound for ritual magic. When used alone, dragon's blood symbolizes power, protection, healing, and fire. Use a dragon's blood wherever fire is needed in this place of real flames or when you are looking to enhance your own personal spiritual power. For anybody practicing ritual magic, dragon's blood is one of the most important ingredients to keep on hand. Now, I came across this witch on... IG named Isis. And when we were interacting, because I was like, I think I was on her live, and she was wearing like this emblem, this African necklace that resembled mine. It wasn't the exact same, but it was similar. And I told her that I had got mine from this Pan-African Film Festival, the very last one before the pandemic happened. This was February, I think, 2020, back in LA, where I got my necklace from. And it's from Mali, but it has a lot of symbolism in it. And we were talking based on that, and then like she was like saying that she knows that, you know, she was like, oh, like, you're a witch. And I was like, I'm not a witch. Like, I don't get caught up in like names, right, or labels, though. I'm not the kind of person that have to like go around like broadcasting like, oh, this is who I am or this is what I do. I just think that it's superfluous, like, to do that. But I know there are people who do that, and she does. Like, she touts that, oh, like, she's a witch and she does this and witchcraft and voodoo. And I was just like, I think it takes the power out of it. I think if you do something, like you practice rituals, then just, you do it, right? Some of this stuff is just indigenous. Some of this stuff is just inherent and native to like who a person is and their bloodline. So, of course, I have mentioned that my mom's father is Native American. But even apart from that, some things are just inherent in you. Like, you just do things. Sometimes we practice certain rituals and we don't necessarily have to be taught it, right? Or subscribe to some school of thought, right, or be in some kind of group to learn these rituals. It's just, it comes natural. So that's how it is for me. It's like a lot of things that I do, like burning incense. It's funny because my mom would come to my place and she was like, "You burning incense?" And she was like, "People used to thought that when I was burning incense, when I had my apartment when I was younger, that I was smoking." And I would laugh. I never entertained the comment, but she kept saying it. I guess she wanted me to entertain it, but I never like entertained it. Because she was like, "Yeah, people thought that when I burned incense, I was smoking." And then now I think back, I'm like, now I'm going to ask them, "Mom, what were you doing when you was burning incense?" But it's a spiritual practice. People don't get it. And so I see that a lot of things that I do just come in like inherent from my bloodline. And it's rituals. It's more than just me lighting incense and burning it. This is a ritual. There are things that are happening on a subconscious level, on a metaphysical level when I burn incense, right? When I'm interacting with people, when I'm speaking, and they say you're casting spells, but you're speaking words, like, that's a ritual, right? Things are happening in a spiritual sense. Alright, so let's get into this. So these are two handouts here. So I'm going to read through this because it's like a two-part. So the first, she told me that I need to clean my space. So I'm going to read through this. These are her suggestions. Like, this is her guideline for how to go about doing a spiritual bath cleansing. Spiritual baths is something that is kind of trending within the conscious community, especially on Instagram. I've come across a lot of people who do spiritual baths. One woman I came across, she was a part of a cult. But I really like her, I just like her altogether, I like her energy, and she sells like these manifestation candles. I purchased some from her. So she's one who's done it. Another one, and her name is Natiri Janae. Another woman, she calls herself Princess of the Tribe, but she does it too. And I actually purchased a yoni steam from her, I think, several times. So like, these are things that are common, but it's not like mainstream common, but it's common. You know, people practice these things, and I think it's indigenous to Africa, actually. I've seen people who have made voyages to back to Africa, to Ghana specifically, and they do spiritual bath cleansing like right there, like in the stream, like out in nature. At the lakes, I've seen that done. So it's a very powerful thing. I think it's symbolic. One can do a spiritual bath without like this package here, right? I'm going to go through these ingredients in a minute, but I believe that one can do a spiritual bath just with the things that you already have, because it's more symbolic, right? And it's what you make an intention to do. You know, it's more an intentional thing. So if you go in with the intention that you're going to spiritually cleanse yourself, then that is a spiritual bath, no matter what you use, right? But I'll read through this because it is a two-part. So the first part is how to cleanse your space. Smudging is one of the ways to energetically cleanse a space to invite positive energy. When smudging a space, you burn plant material. The smoke fills and purifies the environment. As the smoke ascends, our wishes and intentions rise and mingle into the universe, connecting heaven, earth, and humanity. Smoke offerings are found in many traditions such as Buddhism, Native American, and other spiritual religions. The traditions such as Buddhism, Native American, and others, the smoke ceremony creates transformation and blesses I had to read that twice, maybe that's just how important it is. So I'll read it again. Smoke offerings are found in many traditions such as Buddhism, Native American, and other spiritual religions. The smoke ceremony creates transformation and blesses the space and the inhabitants. Alright, gather your materials. Before you begin, take time to gather your materials. The mindfulness of a smoke ritual begins when you collect your supplies. So, practice this with ease and care. Do your best to slow down and not rush through this first step. Keep the ritual materials sacred by using them only for space clearing. when you can store your other materials on your shrine or altar. Before you begin the smudging ceremony, allow enough space and time for the ritual so you don't feel rushed. If possible, meditate for at least 5 minutes to calm your mind and heart. If anyone else is present during the smudging ceremony, you can include them in the ritual. Prepare some other space clearing tools that they can use while you are smudging. So it's like a multi-part series, right, or process to go about preparing for the spiritual bath. For instance, they can work with sound and ring bells. Remember, when performing a space clearing, intention is key. Before you start, take some time to contemplate what your wishes are for your home and family. I feel like I do this already though. Like every bath that I take, I don't like sit down in the tub necessarily, but like when I'm standing taking a shower, like I'm having a spiritual cleansing, right? It's more than just physically washing my body of dirt or excess oil, but it's, me washing my spirit, washing the negative energies that have been collected throughout the day, washing away negative thoughts that people have imposed upon me, right? Because, we live in a world where other people exist, right? Even though like we may make an intentional effort to keep ourselves separate from negative energies and negative people, it's just like impossible to not have interaction with people who don't vibrate right at your frequency, because you may work in a professional environment such as myself, right? Like I work at a psych hospital, okay? We're talking about some energies flowing. So a lot of energies flowing within that space. For me, what I find most problematic is not the energies flowing within the patients, but more so the energies flowing within the staff. Hell, I feel like those are the ones who really need to have a bed there, and I find sometimes it irritating, like when people impose like their opinions or beliefs upon me. So that to me, that's, cleansing your energy, cleansing your space from those, right? Just negative impositions from other people. Negative energies. All right. Before you start, take some time to contemplate what your wishes are for your home and family. When you clear your house, there is a vacuum that's created. You want to welcome your intentions into the newly clear and open space. Smudging the space. Now that you have all your tools and it seems like a lot, right? Like it's gathering your materials, and before you begin the smudging ceremony, just putting your mind in a certain space. Now that you have all your tools and preparations in place, you can begin the smudging ritual. Start at the front door of the home and light your smudge stick. So like this is like, I've already done this, not even having to be told this. Like it just comes natural. You see that? It's interesting. That's why we have a connection to Africa, because many African Americans here in this country have never left the U.S., let alone been to Africa. Never, right? And yet still we practice certain things that are commonly practiced, on the motherland. I remember when I was working towards my master's degree in Florida, and I had a 2-bedroom apartment. I was living like 10-15 minutes away from Jacksonville Beach. And something had transpired in my place that was disrupting the positive energy in my environment, in my 2-bedroom apartment. And so I remember just doing this ritual just naturally. No one taught me this, right? It's not like I saw like my mom doing it growing up or anything. I naturally did this, where I got some incense, I got some oil, I think it was olive oil, but I serenaded it, right? Like I blessed it, and I took the oil and I took the incense, and I started my front door, and I literally almost like I serenaded every part of my space to clear out negative forces, negative energy. Anything that was set with an intention to do harm to me, I spoke against that, because there's power in our words and in our intentions, and I spoke against that, and my place was clean. I remember my mom, my aunt, and I think my younger cousins coming to visit me after I did that ritual. My mom was just like looking around. She looking like, what's happening over here? She knew like the space was different. All right, let's keep going. Now that you have all your tools and preparations in place, you can begin the smudging ritual. Start the front door of the home and light your smudge stick. Then begin to move around the home. Move mindfully and with care, walking clockwise around the entire perimeter of the home. Be sure to allow the smoke to, with care, be sure, why is this written twice? Be sure to allow the smoke to, with care, walking clockwise around the entire perimeter. Be sure to allow the smoke to drift into even the hidden spaces, like inside closets, yes, basements, and dark corners. If there are stairs, just go up or down when you encounter them. Then keep moving clockwise until you meet the stairs again. Then continue to go down or up the stairs and resume to the main floor. Moving around a space like this is called circumambulation. New word, okay, circumambulation. It's a practice that's been done for centuries in ancient cultures to make a space more sacred. Clockwise. Walking clockwise. Interesting. It's a practice that's been done for centuries in ancient cultures to make a space more sacred. And if it feels okay to you, it's helpful to chant a mantra or a prayer that you're connected to. Closing the ceremony. Place the selenite wands and the black obsidian in the room that you want them to be in. When you arrive back at the front door, chant your final mantra or prayer. Visualize the entire home is filled with bright white light. Why does it have to be white? But white can be dark, right? The darkness is light. We are the true white people, quote unquote. The dark people, the sun people, the people of the sun, who we are, melanated people, because we reflect the sun. We absorb the sun, but we are a reflection of the sun. We are the true light people. Then speak your intention one last time to close the smudging ceremony. Smudging rituals are a beautiful technique to clear space. This can be done annually or more often. It's especially powerful to perform a space clearing when you first move into a home or on the Lunar New Year. Don't forget, you must also sage yourself from top to bottom and end the ritual with drinking a glass of 8-ounce water. Now let me say this in terms of saging yourself. I did that. I actually saged myself before I got vaccinated. And of course, the vaccination series is like a 2-part series, right? Dose 1, dose 2. I definitely saged myself. I cleansed myself to protect myself from any negative thing that the vaccine has intended upon my body, right? We don't know what the fuck they got in them vaccines. We don't know what kind of intentions they have. We know we don't trust them. But this was a part of something that I had to do in order to move forward in my career as a clinical psychologist, especially working with the state of New York. So I did that. And so far, so good. All right, so this is a spiritual bath. She calls it the Raise Your Vibration Aura Cleansing Kit. 1 bath salt. So I'm about to go through these ingredients here. If I can open it. So I'm going to light another incense too. Smells kind of fruity. and earthy at the same time. It's a mystery. Where did my choker go? That goes to show you how tired I was when I did the yoga practice, y'all. The naked yoga. I was like, I was so exhausted. I'm going to put that behind me. Alright, so I'm going to light another incense. And I'm going to read you guys the guidelines for this spiritual bath. So what I just read was basically how to cleanse your space, which must take place before you actually do the spiritual bath. And she told me, in addition to like that smudging and clearing of the space spiritually, what I just read you guys, that to do the spiritual bath, I must like physically clean the bathroom, right? Scrub a dub like the tub and all of that, which makes sense, you know. You want everything to start afresh. And a bath is a bath, so you're sitting down in a tub. Reminds me of my grandmother's tub. One of those ivory tubs, old school, the one that sit like in the middle of the floor with the legs, the feet on it. One of those fancy tubs. My grandmother had one of those. Alright, so let's see. What's the ingredients? So what do we have here? 1 bath salt pack. 1 bottle of oil. So this is a bath salt. Sorry. Let me use this. Come over here. Okay, so I'm going to go through each ingredient. 1 bath salt pack. This is the bath salt pack here. I guess you pour the entire pack. I'm just going to open it up. Of course, I'm not going to use it yet, because I'm still debating where I want to do this at. My bathtub is like a standard bathtub, right? Like nothing fancy or anything like that. But I could do it in my bathroom here, but I just want to do it in a large tub, right? One of those like big round tubs that I can turn into like spa. So that would be, oh my gosh, that would be nice. I think I might end up renting a space where I could actually really maximize this experience, where I have a large spa tub style, right? And I'm able to do this, because look, this is a lot. I don't know, is this just for one or this for multiple? Maybe I should have asked her that, but it's just like, this is a kit, so I would think the kit is for one. Wow, look at this, y'all. Those roses, rose petals. There's a lot going on in here. I'm excited. I want to try this like right away. I actually might do this. When should I rent the space? I'm gonna find a really nice hotel somewhere here in Manhattan, or maybe Airbnb. I don't know. I'm gonna just put this. I'm gonna find a nice space with those big spa tubs. That's what I want. I want a big spa tub, not a regular tub that I have, but a huge big spa tub, and so that I can really get into it, y'all. Alright, so that's one ingredient. The next is a bottle of oil. Now, of course I want to see what this smells like. I know what it smells like because she actually allowed me to try some yesterday. And I'm going to pause right here because I'm going to show you guys what she did. So she actually let me try some of this yesterday. She told me to open my hands, and she poured some of this in my hands, which I'm going to do here. And I like that not too much comes out. And I don't know what it's made of. I asked her, I said, what's up in here? She said the ingredients really fast, and then she was like some other stuff. All right, of course, she don't want to give away the secret. But then I rubbed it in my hands, and I love the smell of it. Very earthy scent. And then after she did that, after she rubbed that on my hand, she gave me this stone, you guys. And she said it's a money manifestation stone. But then she first put it on my heart chakra, and she was like, I'm going to put this on your heart chakra, and it's going to open up any blockages that you have in your heart chakra. When she said that, I felt something. I was like, how does she know I have a blockage in my heart chakra? But I kind of do, because I kind of like, y'all know, your girl been on hiatus for a minute when it comes to intimacy with a man. I've been very guarded, rightfully so. Just protecting my energy, protecting my space. And I feel good. I feel very safe. I feel very protected in that. But then, of course, I'm like, I have a womb. And my womb works very well. In fact, it's day 2 of my freaking cycle. It comes on like clockwork every month, like every 28 to 38 days, like clockwork. So it came on like a blood yesterday, and then I'm day 2, and my period doesn't last that long, so it's just like by tomorrow it's probably going to be off. 3 days at most, 4 days at most, but no longer than 4 days. And so I just, have been abstaining from sexual activity, and I've been really hard on men who have been hitting on me, Like, men hit on me in person, face to face, online, like on the dating app. And I'm very guarded, and I give them a hard time, to the point where it's just like, they give up. They're like, listen, this is a hard cookie right here. She's hard. She's hard to penetrate. And that is true. So she told me, like, she put this on my heart. She was like, this is to open up your heart chakra. I was like, okay, I'm welcoming that. I'm feeling that. And then she put it in my hand. She was like, close your hand. She was like, make sure you hold this in your hand every day intentionally for 30 days. Not like, not to let it go, but just to do the ritual every day for 30 days. And she said, a lot of money is going to come your way. And I'm like, yes. yes, I will that. But this is a stone right here that she gave me. So she was like, do not let anybody touch it. I'm like, oh, no, you can't worry about that, because first of all, my space is very sacred. Like, I am the only one here. I'm the only one that comes in this space. I don't even let nobody come up in here. I don't even let the people who manage this property come up in here. Like, I don't. They be trying to. I'm like, so yeah, I'm very particular when it comes to that. And if only you guys can smell what I smell right now. It smells so good. But I'm ready to go outside, yo. I'm ready in this video and go outside. I hope the sun is out, because I need some sun to hit my skin. She's like, yeah, don't let anybody touch your stone. So I'm going to set this stone right here for now. Alright, what else? Let's continue. 1 Palo Santo stick. And then 1 tea light. That's very simple. It's like, how many ingredients? 4 ingredients. It's the bath salt, it's the oil, Palo Santo stick, and this tea light here. It's a candle. I'm trying to pull the wick up. There we go. I love Palo Santo. I'll be buying bags of these. I like just the smell of wood burning, but this is a special kind of wood called Palo Santo. I think it's indigenous to Mexico. And then this is the tea light here. So those are all the ingredients. So let's see what it says. Alright, Aura Cleansing Bath Salt Pack. Oh, she tells you what's in here? Alright. Magnesium, eucalyptus. So this is what's in this pack here. But I doubt she tells us what's in the oils. I want to know what's in here. It smells so good. I mean, it looks like earthy things in here. Because you can see them. You guys see them at the bottom. And kind of floating throughout. It's earthy things in there. Alright. So in the... Oh, wait. She does... Oh, I think she does tell us. She tells us what's in both of these. Alright, so in the sea salt pack, we have magnesium, eucalyptus, lavender, rose petals, gemstones, Himalayan sea salt, dead sea salt, rue, essential oil, lavender, and Epsom salt. They got Epsom salt up in here. Okay, this is... And I actually still have some Himalayan sea salt that I ordered when I had got some body butter before. Alright, next is this. The Aura Cleansing Gemstone Oil. So we have gemstones, sage, aloe, vitamin E, coconut, almond, sesame. Hold on. I'm reading this wrong, you guys. Alright, gemstones, sage, aloe, vitamin E, coconut, almond, sesame, olive, clove, mink, and eucalyptus, and ginseng extract, frankincense. I think I knew I smelled frankincense. I'm like, wait. It smells familiar. That's frankincense. Okay. I've been put on frankincense like way back when I was in high school. Pink sugar and rose petals. Okay then. I'm so excited I can't wait to start this. Alright. So why you need an aura cleansing bath. This is why. As we go about our daily lives, I think I probably already touched on this. As we go about our daily lives, we interact with energies everywhere. See, it comes naturally. This is intuitive to me, right? Without even having been taught this. Or ever having read this sheet of paper here. Regularly cleansing your aura and your personal energy is an essential act. And it's the reason why you have to be intentional in terms of who you expend your energy with or on. Especially like in intimate relationships. Because a lot of people, and I hate to say, a lot of these men ain't there. They're not there. They're not spiritually attuned. They are brainwashed. They're socially conditioned to manipulate women, to take advantage of women, to just get their rocks off and to keep going. That's some toxicity. We're not doing that. We're not doing that over here in this space. And so that's why I'm very guarded and my heart chakra has been blocked. Okay. It's closed down, y'all. It's on lockdown. But I think it's time to release and just allow the universe to just do what it does. Alright. Regularly cleansing your aura and your personal energy is an essential act. Whether or not you know it, you come into contact with various people and with people and environment, all of which have their own energy vibrations. Not all of these frequencies are high and positive because your energy field is constantly taking in and putting out vibrations. Some of the vibrations, including your own thoughts, as well as external influences, are low and will bring you down if left unchecked. While our energy body is constantly readjusting itself to bring our energy back into harmony, the negative energies can linger and build up over time. A monthly salt water bath is an easy and very relaxing way to cleanse your aura of negative energy. Monthly. Oh, okay. So that means I gotta rent me a nice spa. Rent me a nice spa bath at least once a month. And aura cleansing, I mean, they have like spas throughout New York City too, right? But I want to make sure it's personal, like I have some privacy where I can do this ritual and not feel rushed. So I think a better thing to do is to rent like a hotel room that actually has like a spa bath in it. Yeah, because those spa bath places, like, I think you can rent it by the hour. But for the most part, yeah, it's like by the hour, as opposed to just having the entire space. And then after I do it, like, I can just sit back and just kick back and relax, honey. So I may do that next weekend. We'll see. An aura cleansing bath can totally amp up your regular tub time into a time to soothe and revive your aura and spirit. It's absolutely possible to restore your aura. Regularly cleansing your aura and energy body is so important. Signs you need an aura cleansing bath. Uh-oh, here we go. Here you go. You're feeling emotionally and physically drained. It kind of comes with the territory, especially in working in certain professions, right? Helping professions. Doing psychotherapy as a clinical psychologist. All you want to do is crawl into your bed with your cat and put a pillow over your head. I ain't gonna say it's that bad, right? I'm not that drained. Like I said, I think I'm more drained just from the energies of the staff I work with more so than the patients really don't drain my energy necessarily. It's the staff. All right, you feel overstimulated. You're constantly exhausted, and it's unrelated to last night's party. You feel overwhelmed. You're withdrawing from everything and everyone, even your besties. People around you notice that you're in a general funk or seem off. You notice you're just going through the motions of life. Plus, an aura cleansing bath is a great way to keep yourself energetic vibration high. So even if everything feels fantastic, why not break out the bath salts anyways? Alright, so this is the steps here. Aura cleansing bath and cleansing oil prep. Get some alone time, which I have plenty of. During normal baths, I love to listen to podcasts or music. Yes! But for the purposes of cleansing your aura, leave your phone on the charger and dust off your phone. Do not disturb sign. I promise it's worth it. Ah, interesting. So she says during normal bath she listens to music, right? But this is a special type of bath where no, she's not recommending any music or any interference from any other sounds. Set your intention. Sure, it's easy to hop in the tub and tap your toes waiting for something magical to happen. But in order for an aura cleansing bath to work, you have to set your intention. Set the intention that you want to restore and refresh your aura or some similar intention. Tip. Personally, I love making aura baths a ritual. Before I turn on the hot water, I light a white candle, put on my fuzzy robe, and spend 20 minutes or so journaling. This will help cleanse your mind and dump any negativity that's been rolling around in there. This is very therapeutic. Even readings, I just feel therapeutic. Just reading it. Alright. Fill your tub with warm water. I like my bath water hot. Girl, me too. I like my shower hot as hell. Steaming. But in this case, make your water a little cooler than you normally would. You may be in there a little longer than normal and you don't want it to get uncomfortable. Add your salts and oils. A few drops of lavender essential oil is my favorite for an aura cleansing bath. So I don't think that it's required to add the entire thing. I think like this is a supply where it may last, I don't know, 10 baths. You would think, right? You probably can get 10 baths out of this pack here. And with this oil here, right? Alright. Okay, so add your salts and oils. A few drops of lavender essential oil is my favorite for an aura cleansing bath. Not only is it super relaxing, it has a fresh scent that makes my body and soul feel renewed. I love lavender. Okay, the oil, the body oil that I showed you guys in the unboxing of the Empress Divine pack that I just purchased, it has lavender and it smells so good, you guys. I've been putting it on my skin, my arms, my face, my neck before I go to work. Alright. Alright, not only is it super relaxing, it has a fresh scent that makes my body and soul feel renewed. You can, if you want, reserve it and rub it on your skin once you're in the bath and use it as a salt scrub. Yes! There's different ways you can do this. You can put it in the water. You can put it on your body as you're soaking in the water. Now, get in the tub and visualize. Visualization is one of the most powerful ways to cleanse your aura. So if you're rubbing salt on yourself, be gentle. Don't rub your skin off. Mix the bath salt with some water and scrub your body with it. Visualize that you're scrubbing away all the excess energy and emotion that your aura has collected over time. Yes. If you're simply soaking, and I'm seeing like some women who, after leaving toxic relationships, they do a spiritual bath. Or having like a one-night stand that they did not anticipate, right? They go and take a spiritual bath. I've seen this like done like on Instagram. Interesting. If you're simply soaking, imagine the salt healing all of the negative energy and restoring your aura to its bright and sparkling state. Next, imagine surrounding yourself with white light. Picture the light repelling everything no longer serving you and purifying your aura. Try some meditation. Did you know that your aura is a reflection of what's going on in your mind? So people talk about, negative energy is around them, but the negative energy just might be within them, right? Emanating from within themselves. And what's in yourself, as she says here, your aura is a reflection of your thoughts. Your thought frequency, what's on your mind. So we talk about like negative energies, and this space is negative, and this person is negative, and this energy is negative around me. But that energy that we may be perceiving as negative around us just might be the negative thoughts that we are reflecting. Interesting. Alright. Therefore, it is so important to get your mind right in order to have a sparkly, clean aura. And when I say sparkling, I literally mean it can sparkle. That's why I love throwing some meditation into my aura cleansing bath time. When you're done with your aura cleansing bath, when you feel as though you are done, drain the water, and then rub on your aura cleansing oil with positive intentions, and be sure to put on comfy clothes or PJs. You may want to relax with a blanket and a cup of herbal tea or sage smudge the bathroom or yourself. And if you didn't meditate in the tub, you can do that now if you feel called to. Raise your vibration. I love this. I love this. This should be on a plaque. It's funny because like when I picked up this pack, right, this spiritual cleansing bath kit that was hanging outside of her fan, she said, hold on, I gotta get you the instructions. And she was looking, like filling through her papers, trying to find it on the outside. And she took me inside her fan. She's just looking, like, you don't have a digital version of this. But she really should, I think, set more intention on making these instructions like more aesthetically pleasing, I think, to the eye, so that it just kind of like increases the value of it too, right? Every aspect of it, you know, like that just goes into the marketing and the packaging of a product. You know, every aspect of it is important. Even the instructions, though, it just may not seem like a piece of paper is that important, but I think it is. So I appreciate her for that. I'm glad that I stopped there to slow down in my day for a little while and to see what kinds of things that she had, because yes, I think that she has a regular customer in me, because this mix here, this mix here, I got a little bit more on my skin, but yeah, she definitely got a customer in me, and I had to ask her, like, girl, you here all the time? She was like, yeah, this is my location. Yes, honey, yes. Alright, so now I'm about to transition to these paintings here that I'm going to show you guys. And like I said, I have no idea exactly how many paintings I have total. Because I have so many, it's very hard to count them. Alright. That smells so good. I haven't eaten yet. I haven't eaten breakfast yet. And I think that it's a good thing when I'm home because I don't eat as much. I know for some people it's the reverse. So I think for some people, when they are home, they eat more because they're just sitting at home. But for me, I eat less, eat more when I'm at work. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys these. I'm so excited. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Alright. So this is the first one. And you guys see all my paintings, a common theme is color. I love color. The light that I'm using is an orange ring light. It doesn't do justice because this is actually bronze mixed with a number of different shades of brown that is kind of showing up as like really light here with the light, but I am going to show you guys what they look like in their actual orientation when I reverse the camera. So I love this. Now I'm trying to remember which part of the painting I started with first. Piece of hair stuck to it. Alright, which part did I start with first? I think I started with their accessories first. So that would be like, I think I started with her headband, then going into the earrings, and then the necklace. Then I think I colored in the hair, and then one of the last things I did was skin tone, which I've talked about this before. When I paint skin on canvas, oh my gosh, it's so invigorating. Like, it makes me feel so good when I'm adding color to canvas, especially when it's the skin color. So it's just something about adding color, like turning the white to brown or to different shades of brown. And then of course I added the background color. So I love this. It looks like she's whispering, right? Now one may interpret it as, oh, she's giving her a kiss. But that's the interesting thing about art. And I was watching this film as part of the New York African Film Festival that's happening now. And the writer-director said, like, he found it to be interesting how people do project their own thoughts or wishes or subconscious motivations, like, onto anything, right, that they are providing an interpretation of. And so for him, he made a film about one thing, but yet in the Q&A, people were saying that different things resonated with them that had nothing to do with the film, right? But it's just their own projections of what they thought it meant. So I thought that was funny and interesting. He was like, all right, if that's how you took it, and that's what you saw in it, then so be it. I can't argue with your own interpretation of it. All right. This is the next one. So if you guys look closely, she has a purple halo around her head. She's looking upward. What is she looking at? Maybe the moon. Maybe the stars. Maybe her husband. I like this one. It's simple, right? It's simplistic, shall I say. Not simple, but it's like simplistic in a way. But yeah, and I have decided where I'm going to place these. So they're going to be in my bathroom. So after I show you guys this next and last one, I am actually going to add some gloss coating to protect it from like the mist, like the water in the bathroom when I'm taking a shower. I actually have 4 paintings already now in my shower, so, or in my bathroom, shall I say. So these 3 will make 7 total of paintings that I will have hanging up in my bathroom. So yeah, the last one is my black hair don't care. So you guys see in her earrings, that's what it says here. Black hair don't care. Yes, honey. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and flip these over. Now I need to, let me set this up. I'm going to put these up because I'm actually about to do this paint. Now this is like the worst part, though I don't think it should take that long, but I don't like it because the fumes. And I could go outside and do it, but I'm not going to do all that right now. Alright. So I'm going to put this away for now because, yeah, I'm dead serious. I think next weekend, I think I'm going to do that. For real. I may take off another day just to have another self-care day. Because I took off Friday from work to have a self-care day. And I'm like, y'all think I'm playing? Or you know what? I'm going to be putting my 2 weeks notice. They think I'm joking. But I tell them, like, I don't play no games, though. If I say I'm going to do something, don't play with me. Do I look like a bitch I be playing? No. I mean, I can joke, but no. If I'm saying something, I'm serious. Alright, so that reminds me. I do have 4 more canvases here. And I was wondering, like, what am I going to put on these canvas boards? And I got to figure it out. And it's funny how things come together because just as I was putting this here behind me, here, underneath my bar area, I'm like, I actually was going to put these there, right? Up under my bar area. But I'm actually going to put these new paintings. So on those 4 canvases here, I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to put on them. And I made these pillows, by the way. It's one of my very first art projects, homemade art projects. So you guys can go back and look at my album on my YouTube channel entitled Danny's Handmade Artwork. But this is one of the first videos that I made with these pillows that I made. So I'm actually going to draw her on one of those canvas. And then these 3 going to get on, they're going to have their own separate canvas too as well. Each one. So those are 4 additional paintings I'm going to do next. So yes, honey, I'm always getting inspiration from different things. Alright, so let's get into this. I got to move my yoga mat out the way. So I don't want to spray that. And like 1 more incense. And then we're going to be out of here, you guys. Feel free to share your comments below. Let me know what you guys think. I'm feeling good today. It looked like the sun want to come out. But then the sun is like, I don't know, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Notice how fast these things burn. The other incense burn a lot slower, but they are not as high quality either, though. Oh my gosh, I love this thing. I love it, I love it. I've been burning incense like literally all my life. Alright, so I'm about to spray. Let me move this. week. Alright. So this is actually the Gloss Archival varnish. And even buying this, I had this for several months now, but even when I purchased this in the store, I'm asking the guy, like, yo, I need a finishing, alright, to protect my artwork from everything, right? From water, from dust, and all of that. And he's just like, look at me like, I'm like, yo, you work at an art store. You should know what I'm talking about. He had no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. It's like, okay, I ended up having to make this decision on my own. And I found it my damn self. Luckily the size of these isn't that big, so it doesn't require as much. And this is fast drying too. Once it dries, I'm going to hang these 3 up in my bathroom above my toilet. So when I go take a shit in the morning, I can just look at these beauties. They remind me that I should sit very eloquently on my toilet seat. I haven't used this spray in a while. What's that noise? Alright, that's just one. Sounds like a lot, right? Alright, next one. Might need to get some more of this. I don't use it that much though. Like I said, I only use it for the ones that are in my bathroom. And I actually use it also for the ones hanging up in my kitchen. So when I'm frying me some fried chicken, like the grease doesn't, you know, mess up the quality of the paint. But the other paintings, like in my living room, my foyer area, my bedroom, I don't use this. There's really no need for it. I just use it for like places like, yeah, the kitchen and grease, and like the bathroom with the water to protect the paint. It sounds like it's on his last leg though, right? It sounds like, listen, I ain't got that much more in me. Yeah. You can hear it just the way the ball sounds. Alright, I think that might be it, but I think I made it. I made it. Alright. I was able to get it and cover all of it. Alright, let me show you guys. I'm gonna end this video. Show you guys what these look like here. Alright, check it out. Oh yeah, glossy. Glossy, glossy. There she is. Black hair don't care. Show don't. Oops. This is the next one. Y'all want to see my feet. My ashy feet. And then I gotta add some polish to them anyways. I'm not about to show you guys my feet. That's one thing I like about, like, when it's hot. I don't have to wear any socks on my feet. I get to walk around true barefoot. Which reminds me that sometime I gotta plan a visit to the beach. Yes, because we about to be having beach weather, honey. Honey, yes. Alright, I love these. I love these. I love these. I'm going to take a picture of these and put them on my Facebook page and on my YouTube page in the community tab section. So check those out. And catch you guys in the next one.